Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We are talking all about the next generation of PlayStation VR, which has now officially been named, unsurprisingly, PlayStation VR2. This is what Sony revealed during CES 2022, and that wasn't the only thing they revealed when it comes to their next-gen VR system. They also revealed the specifications for it, they revealed the name of the controllers, and they also revealed the first proper next-gen VR game coming from one of their biggest studios. We're going to go over all of this information today in this video, so before we do that, be sure to hit the like button to help the video out and show your support, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. And I also want you to leave a comment down below telling me whether or not you plan to pick up PlayStation VR2. And if you're not somebody who is planning to pick up PlayStation VR2, then let me know why, or let me know what's kind of leaving you on the fence or making you feel undecided. But we are looking over here to the official PlayStation blog, and they say PlayStation VR2 and PlayStation VR2 Sense controller, the next generation of VR gaming on PS5. And this came out of nowhere for a lot of people because a lot of people don't really pay attention to CES. In fact, there are quite a few people who don't know what CES is. CES is an annual trade show organized by the Consumer Technology Association, held in January at the Las Vegas Convention Center in Winchester, Nevada, United States. The event typically hosts presentations of new products and technologies in the consumer electronics industry. And so it's no surprise to see Sony at CES on a yearly basis. But getting back to the blog post here, this was written up by the Senior Vice President of the Platform Experience at PlayStation, Hideaki Nishino. He says, "Happy New Year, everyone. It is my great pleasure to start off 2022 with news of our next generation virtual reality system for the PS5 console, starting with the official name, PlayStation VR2, and our new VR controller, PlayStation VR2 Sense controller. PlayStation VR2 takes VR gaming to a whole new level, enabling a greater sense of presence and allowing players to escape into game worlds like never before. With the headset on and controllers in hand, players will feel a heightened range of sensations unlike any other, thanks to the creativity of the game worlds being built by our world-class developers and the latest technology incorporated into the hardware. Building upon our innovations from PS5, PlayStation VR2 adds a true next-gen experience with high-fidelity visuals, new sensory features, and enhanced tracking, along with a simplified single-cord setup." So just speaking about that for one moment, this is something that certainly stands out with PSVR2. Obviously, most of us would have preferred a completely wireless headset, but this is the next best thing and a massive step up from what we got with the original PlayStation VR. With the original PlayStation VR, something I've heard consistently about it is that it's kind of a nightmare when it comes to the amount of wires and cords that need to be connected at all times in order to use the thing. So going from that, what is likely a jumbled mess for most people, to just one single cord that needs to be plugged into the PlayStation 5, that is a big improvement. But it says here, visual fidelity. For a high-fidelity visual experience, PSVR2 offers 4K HDR, 110-degree field of view, and foveated rendering. With an OLED display, players can expect a display resolution of 2000 by 2040 per eye and smooth frame rates at 90 to 120 hertz. So this is also another area that is massively upgraded, and that's something you're going to kind of start to get when we go further into this. Is every aspect of this VR headset is not just a slight improvement, it is a very, very significant improvement. And overall, I'm getting the feeling that when they say this is a next-gen VR headset, they are not kidding when they say that. They're not exaggerating. So, right off the bat here, this is going to be a crisp display. I mean, you're talking about an OLED display. We're talking about frame rates up to 90 or 120 frames per second. These are things that make or break a VR experience based off of what I've heard. And so it seems here that Sony wanted to make sure that this would make their next-gen VR experience. Continues here by saying headset-based controller tracking. With inside-out tracking, PSVR2 tracks you and your controller through integrated cameras embedded in the VR headset. Your movements and the direction you look at are reflected in-game without the need for an external camera. So again, this is just a massive improvement over the first version of PSVR. For those who don't know, with the first iteration of PlayStation VR, in order to use it, you needed to have the PlayStation camera. So you had to buy that and you had to have it connected to your PlayStation console at all times in order to use the headset. That is no longer going to be necessary. It's going to be built right into the headset. Absolutely a huge improvement that will be much appreciated. Goes on to say new sensory features. PSVR 2 Sense technology combines eye tracking, headset feedback, 3D audio, and the innovative PSVR 2 Sense controller to create an incredibly deep feeling of immersion. Headset feedback is a new sensory feature that amplifies the sensations of in-game actions from the player. It's created by a single built-in motor with vibrations that add an intelligent tactile element, bringing players closer to the gameplay experience. For example, gamers can feel a character's elevated pulse during tense moments, the rush of objects passing close to the character's head, or the thrust of a vehicle as the character speeds forward. Additionally, PS5's Tempest 3D audio tech makes sound in the player's surroundings come alive, adding to this new level of immersion. So this is pretty huge in my opinion. I wasn't expecting this. I knew that haptic feedback with the Sense controllers was going to be a huge aspect of the next generation of PlayStation VR, but I certainly did not anticipate Sony actually adding haptic feedback to the headset itself. That sounds crazy intense, and I cannot wait to experience this. I cannot wait to see just how much more this adds to the overall experience. Something tells me it's going to be a big difference maker in just how much more immersive the entire VR experience ends up being. And you know for a fact that Sony Studios are going to have fun implementing that into their games. So we're going to move on here, going to eye tracking. It says, with eye tracking, PlayStation VR 2 detects the motion of our eyes, so a simple look in a specific direction can create an additional input for the game character. This allows players to interact more intuitively in new and lifelike ways, allowing for a heightened emotional response and enhanced expression that provides a new level of realism in gaming. So this eye tracking that they have incorporated into PSVR 2 does sound like it is going to be that next level that they keep kind of talking about here. They're saying that it's going to create a heightened emotional response and enhanced expression that provides a new level of realism in gaming. That sounds pretty good to me. We're going to have to wait to see if that turns out to be true, but I'm liking everything I'm hearing about PSVR 2 so far. But it continues on here by saying, all of these advancements in PlayStation VR 2 combined with the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers from the PSVR 2 Sense controllers enable players to feel and interact with games in a much more visceral way. PSVR 2 will also have a simple setup process with a single cable connected directly to PS5. You can immediately jump into the VR experience. Today, we are also pleased to reveal that one of the biggest exclusive franchises on PlayStation will be coming to PSVR 2, Horizon Call of the Mountain from Guerrilla and Firesprite. This original game is being built specifically for PSVR 2 and will open the doors for players to go deeper into the world of Horizon. And they close out this PlayStation blog write-up by just letting us know that this is only a taste of things to come when it comes to PlayStation VR 2. But we're going to shift gears now and talk about this next-gen VR game, Horizon Call of the Mountain. Over on the PlayStation blog, we have the studio director at Guerrilla saying, with only a few more weeks to go until Horizon Forbidden West launches, we are thrilled to reveal that we'll soon be journeying back out into the wilds in a brand new adventure with Horizon Call of the Mountain. Created for PSVR 2, this unique experience has been designed to push hardware technology, innovation, and gameplay. The stunning visuals and brand new PSVR 2 Sense controllers give a new meaning to being fully immersed into the world of Horizon. We don't want to reveal too much just yet, but the story will be told through the eyes of an entirely new character. You will also meet Aloy, other familiar faces, and new characters along the way, and we'll be introducing you to the protagonist of Horizon Call of the Mountain soon. We're looking forward to welcoming VR fans into our wonderful Horizon community and giving you all an unforgettable experience. Horizon Call of the Mountain has been proudly developed with the team at Firesprite and will soon be revealing more about what you can expect from the game. So as they say here in this write-up, they're being a bit scarce with details, but I think that they're revealing just the right amount until they're ready to fully unveil the game. You know, this is going to be a story that's focused on a new character, which I think we're all interested to learn about, obviously. But I think the thing that people really want from this is to know whether or not this is going to be like the game that lets you know, okay, this is what next gen VR can be. And I like what they're saying about it, because it really does sound like they are pushing for this to be something special, right? To be something big, to be something that gets people excited about PSVR2. I know that PlayStation VR, it was a relative success for Sony, but I have to imagine that they had bigger aspirations for VR2. And the thing that's interesting about PSVR2 is it's not just the current VR community that I think is anticipating it and excited about it and really hoping that it's going to be like that next gen VR experience that everybody's been waiting for. But I think a lot of people who didn't buy into VR up until this point, who didn't buy into the first version of VR, is hoping that that's exactly what this is as well. Now, the thing that's tough, and I've heard this from pretty much every single VR player, is VR is one of these things where you have to experience it yourself. You have to try it for yourself, or you're just not going to get it. You have to put on the headset and you have to play the games. You have to get immersed into what it is that you're playing. And if you try to get an idea of what that's like by watching a video or listening to somebody talk about it or reading about it, it's just not going to do it. And I think that's ultimately what makes VR such a tough sell. You know, at the end of the day, it's that, you know, we have this awesome piece of hardware, this awesome tech, an awesome game, but you have to get people to be able to try it out. And that's, I think, the barrier right now. And so it will be very interesting to see more of this game, because I'll tell you right now, it's getting a very positive response. PlayStation fans are really liking that Sony is kind of kicking off PSVR 2 by showing off another Horizon game. And I do want to add this as well. Some people were asking, you know, is this the second title that Guerrilla Games has in development? For those who are unaware, Guerrilla Games has been working on a separate AAA title since 2018, and we haven't heard anything about it yet. I don't think that's what this is. I don't know for certain, but it seems highly unlikely that this co-developed game with Firesprite that's being developed for VR, I don't think that is the second AAA title. That title has been rumored to be some type of shooter, maybe the return of SOCOM or Killzone, something along those lines. I don't think that's what this is. We'll have to wait to find out, but nonetheless, guys, that is all of the new information we have when it comes to PlayStation VR 2 and the first next-gen VR title, Horizon Call of the Mountain. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to leave all your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think of this? Are you sold on PSVR 2 yet? Or do you still need to see more? Obviously, the big thing that we didn't get here today is the price point, and I have no idea how much it's going to be. I can say for certain, though, based off of these specifications, this is going to be an expensive piece of hardware. It would not surprise me at all if this VR headset ends up being just as expensive as the PS5 itself. Something else people want to know is, will this be compatible with PC? As of right now, Sony has yet to mention anything about PlayStation VR 2 being compatible with PC. It's understandable why some fans would think that maybe this is a possibility this time around. We do know that Sony is embracing PC more than they ever have in the past, so we will have to wait to learn about that as well as the price. But still, I think that this is a good amount of information to be getting, and I will continue to keep you guys updated with all of the information we get regarding PSVR 2 and PSVR 2 titles. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below, leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.